Hi friends, and welcome back for a new video of Ready Set Yoga. Today we're gonna work together on forward folds, which are my favorite. So we're gonna work on our hamstring flexibility, but first of all on our back flexibility, because what we sometimes tend to forget is that forward folds are first of all intended to strengthen and stretch our back. So let's get started. I see you on the mat. Before starting, you might want to grab a pair of blocks if your hamstrings are particularly tight, or if you don't need them, you can just start without. And we're gonna start today taking a comfortable seated position on the mat, whichever you like. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders, extend your spine, navel in, slightly tuck your chin towards the chest. Bring your attention to the present moment, to your practice, and commit to this practice today, even if you're just going to practice for half an hour, 15 minutes, whatever you feel like, but just take this time for yourself. Focus on the breath. And slowly open your eyes. We'll meet in a tabletop. Bring your hands in line with your shoulders and your knees in line with your hips. Have your fingers pointing in front of you. And we're gonna go for a couple of cat cows. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, cat. Inhale, open, cow tilt. Exhale, cat tilt. Inhale, exhale, and two more in, and that's, and last one in, exhale. Neutral position, tuck your toes under, inhale, bring your hips towards the sky and come into downward facing dog with your knees bent. Extend your spine, relax your neck and start pedaling out. Bring one heel at a time towards the floor. Keep breathing, keep pushing in with your navel. And start to bring the weight from side to side while you keep pedaling out in downward facing dog. I always like to start my practice with a little bit of cat-cow action, followed by movement in downward facing dog, wherever I'm practicing that day. Inhale, come on top of your feet, on the ball of your feet. Exhale, push down with your heels. If you can't touch the floor, if you need to bend your knees, that's not a problem. Those are options too. It works perfectly. And now, either if you are with your heels on the floor or not, even if you're here, try to keep your knees, your legs straight. So don't bend your knees. If you need to, bend your knees, but don't pedal it out. And push one heel at a time towards the floor, rocking from side to side. Two more breaths here. Inhale, come on the ball of your feet. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 more. Press here. Walk with your hands towards your feet on the back of your mat. Bend your knees and grab your opposite elbows. Release your weight a little bit forward and rock from side to side. Relax your back muscles, your shoulders, your neck, your face muscles. Relax everything. Bring your hands back on the mat. Walk back into downward facing dog. From here, you want to walk towards your hands. If you can, with your legs straight. If you can't, of course, bend your knees, that's not a problem. If you are walking with your legs straight, try to imagine to push up with your femur towards your hip socket. And start bending your knees whenever you need to. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, relax, bend your knees. Keep it slow and slowly come back up. We're going to do together just one sun salutation, but if you need to do more, as always, feel free to pause the video, do a couple of more sun salutation, warm up properly, and then join me back on the mat. Inhale. Exhale, uttanasana. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back into plank pose. Navel in. Exhale, elbows close to your body, chaturanga. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 counts here. Breathe in and out. Adjust your downward facing dog. If you need to bend your knees, bend them. If you need to detach your heels from the floor, do that as well. Whatever works for you, whatever feels good. One more. Inhale, look forward and step or jump forward or walk forward, whatever works for you. Everything is fine. Inhale, exhale, and on the inhale, come back up, and exhale, Pranamazana, Samastiti. Okay, so bring your feet, hips distance apart, hands on your hips, and go with your elbows with one toward each other. Inhale, open the chest. Open the chest. I like to open a little bit before working on folds because I like to keep a little of a heart opener in all of my folds. Inhale, exhale, go back down. Place your hands in front of your feet on the mat if you can. Otherwise, if that's too much, just use a pair of blocks. Place them under your hands and use them as they're part of your body. So never, whatever we're gonna do, move with the blocks if you need them, of course. If you don't need them, just place the hands on the mat. Inhale, look forward, navel in. Ardha Uttanasana, exhale down, Uttanasana. I like to keep my knees bent at the beginning. Inhale, look forward. Exhale down. Because the main thing here is that you want to, inhale, open, is that you want to stretch your back. Exhale, 2 more. And if you are pushing too much, so you are straightening the leg from the beginning, you might put more work on the legs than on the back, which is not what we prefer at this moment. Exhale down. Stay here. Keep your knees bent. Relax your neck. Keep your hands on the mat or on the blocks if we are using the blocks. And start pedaling with your knees, keeping your heels down on the mat. And shift your weight from side to side. I like to move freely and almost loose here, like really going from side to side, release all the stress in my neck, shoulders and back. I like to keep it slow when it comes to folds. Folds are a perfect place where to relax and release and find yourself, your rhythm. Bend your right knee. Place your right hand in the middle, in between your feet and in line with your shoulders. Inhale, come up with your left hand. Gaze up if you can. If you feel any pain in your neck, just look forward. 2 more. Engage your core. Exhale, change. We're going to add a little twist. Here you want to think as if you are in a half triangle, pushing slowly back with your, in this case, with your left hip. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, down again, and walk with your hands towards your right and push back with your left hip. Here my right knee is slightly bent. If you need your blocks, put your blocks under your hands. Inhale, change side. Couple of more breaths here, relax your neck. Inhale, back to center. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend your knees and come back down. If you need a break here, you can come back up, stop for a couple of seconds. Let's do that together. Inhale, back up. Roll your spine. Slightly open your chest as we did before. Tuck your tailbone down. Push with your heart towards the sky. Navel in. And again, bend your knees, come back down. Fold from your hips. Always fold from the hips. Grab your big toes. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bring your navel towards your thighs. If you need to bend your knees, bend them again. If you don't, keep your legs straight. And bring your weight a little bit forward towards your toes. Elbows out. Inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, go a little bit deeper into the pose. 2 more. Inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, place your palms under the soles of your feet. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, back into the same kind of movement. Knees bent if you need to, otherwise straight legs. You want to really bend from your hips and touch your thighs with your belly. And keep your weight a little bit forward. It's almost as you're falling forward. You're gonna have that feeling, but if you activate your core, you are safe here. Inhale, bend your knees, come back up. Exhale, release. Now if you have any rings, as I do, take them off. Well, here you can work again on the same variation, or if you are up for a little challenge, if you already feel warm enough, you can place your toes on the palms and inhale, look forward. Exhale, come down, keep your gaze in between your toes and try to detach your heels from the floor, you can start detaching them just like a little bit. If you feel ready to go higher, engage the core, look a little bit forward and go higher. Keep in and ex, keep the core active. Play with the weight. And exhale back down. I should have taken off all the rings. Inhale and exhale, relax. Bend your knees, grab opposite elbows and rock from side to side. That was painful. Keep a couple of seconds here. Stretch your legs if that's accessible to you. Bend your knees, have your feet in line with your hips. Bring your, if you can, if this is not too much, two options. If you're tight, you can hug your knees. Keep your belly attached to your thighs. Inhale, open your chest. As you exhale, come down. And try to really bring that belly on your thighs. Even if you're higher, just start working on that. If you're more flexible, bring your arms behind your knees and cross your wrists and bring your hands to opposite ankles. Inhale, look forward, and as you exhale, fold. Weight forward. This is one of my favorite variation. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Check if you're really relaxing your neck. Bend your knees and slowly roll back up. Exhale, release. Okay. Go back to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, uttanasana. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jumper step back into plank pose. Strong core, chaturanga. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel if your downward facing dog feels different now. If you are getting closer to the mat with your heels, if you weren't. If you feel very comfortable here, you can go a little bit back with your feet or even detach the toes from the floor. Deeper pose. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step forward. And come a little bit closer with your left heel. Here, if you can, stay with your hands on the mat. If that's too much, use the blocks under both of your hands. Hips are in line, so you want to push a little bit back with your right hip and imagine to bring your navel towards the right thigh. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, down into Parsvottanasana. Inhale, 2. Exhale. In. And exhale. 2 more. In. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, stay. We're gonna stay 5 breaths here. Folds are very, very important, both for your back flexibility and for your hamstrings flexibility, as well as hips in some of the variations. And if you're working on splits, for example, folds are like one of your best allies. Inhale, look forward. Point forward with your left foot and bring it a little bit farther away. Inhale, lengthen your spine. If this is too much, stay in the first variation. Exhale, come towards your right leg. If you can go a little bit deeper, detach your right foot from the floor. Keep your hips squared, 2 more. Inhale, come back down. Pivot both feet parallel to each other, so you're going towards your left. And point slightly in with your big toes. You want to have at least 90 centimeters in between your feet. Place your hands in line with your feet and in line with your shoulders, under your shoulders. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, bend your knees. Come a little bit forward with your weight. And we are in Prasarita Padottanasana. Here you can place your hands on the blocks. Again, if you need to, bend your knees if you need to. If you're very comfortable, inhale and exhale. Bring your feet a little bit closer to each other in order to have more space. Like for example here, I'm rounding my back because I don't have enough space. So if I go a little bit closer with my feet, I will be able to fold more. 2 more long breaths here. Relax your shoulders far from your ears. And inhale, come back up. Exhale, go back towards your right, step back into downward facing dog. Feel the difference in between the 2 sides you've worked on. Transit into plank, chaturanga. Let's go for a vinyasa. Keep ourselves warm. And left leg up, step forward. Bring your right foot a little bit closer. Inhale, hands on the mat or on the blocks if you need to. Exhale, down. Keep your hips squared, push back with your left hip and with your navel towards your thigh. Four more in and dax. 3, 2, and 1. In. Exhale. Stay here. Hips squared, navel in. Inhale, look forward. Step back with your right foot. Toes pointing forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Fold from the hips. If you're comfortable here, detach your left foot from the floor. If this is too much, go back to the first variation. Inhale, look forward. Turn towards your right and bring both of your feet pointing a little bit towards each other. Bring the right distance for you, what works better for your body. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, down. We can keep working on this same variation, or if we can this time, we can hook our big toes or our heels. Inhale and exhale. Go a little bit deeper into the pose. Weight forward towards your toes. If this is too much, remember you can always bend your knees, that's okay. See, I can even be here and keep feeling the stretch. Relax the hands, bring your hands to the opposite elbows if you need. Bring your feet a little bit closer to each other and roll from side to side as we did before. If you have your hands on the blocks, bring your hands on the blocks again, or if you can, bring the hands on the mat or your elbows on the mat, and bend one knee at a time and just slowly from side to side, and try to keep your belly and thighs together. Relax the hips. Stop to center. Walk with your hands towards your left foot and step back into plank pose. Chaturanga. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice and long spine. Pedal out in your downward facing dog. Check in with your body, how you're feeling. If you feel longer and stretched out, if you feel more comfortable in your body. I always feel great when I practice forward folds. From here, walk towards your feet, your hands, sorry. Walk with your feet towards your feet without us. Okay, I can do it. Sit down, stretch your legs, active feet, flex your feet. Inhale, come up with both of your hands. Exhale, forward fold into Paschimottanasana. Hook your big toes, inhale and exhale. Down, elbows out. Here, options. If this is too much, as always, you can use a strap. I don't have one here, but you can hook your feet with a strap and work and trying to bring your belly towards your thighs, opening the chest, holding the strap with both hands. Or if you don't have a strap, or if you're farther away, if that doesn't feel good, bend your knees, hug your thighs, inhale, open your chest, exhale. You can stay here, you can slide down and go as far as you feel comfortable too. But keep your spine very nice and long. As you can see, my spine is straight and my chest is open. If you are in the first variation, you are here. Everyone can say in the variation we are in. If we are very comfortable here, we can bring our hands under the feet or hook one of our wrists, or an option that I really like, if you're more flexible, bring one or a couple of blocks or a yoga wheel to help you keep stretching the back. 2 more breaths here. I'm giving you all the variations, but you don't need to do like this crazy stuff. Being here is awesome as well. You're working on the back, you're working on your hamstrings, and with time you're gonna get deeper into the pose, but that's not the point. The point is for you to be very comfortable and in your body and in your movement. Inhale, come back up and relax. Bend your right leg, bring the sole of your foot at your opposite inner thigh, and we prepare for Janu Shirshasana, which is one of my really favorite forward folds. Inhale and exhale. You want to go for a slight twist, like try to bring the navel towards your left thigh and grab your foot if you can. If you can't, just stay higher. Work on having the shoulders on the same level. That's very important. If you want to hook the foot, you can bring left hand to left big toe and right hand to the outside of the... Inhale, come back up, and again change side. Straight up, exhale, forward. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, relax. Extend both of your legs. We are gonna go for a gentle twist. So bend your right knee and bring your foot on the other side of your left knee. Right hand behind you. Inhale, arm up. and exhale, twist. Gaze behind your shoulders. With every inhale, lengthen your spine. With every exhale, look back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale here and change side. In, exhale, and twist. There are a lot of other forward folds we could be doing on the mat, of course. For today, we are working on this first set of forward folds. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, relax, release. We are gonna go for plow pose, halasana on the mat. So bring your back on the mat. Sorry, microphone problem every time. Bring your feet towards the sky, 90 degrees in between your back and legs. Engage your core, your feet. Inhale, come up with your glutes and bring your hands under your back. Go for your shoulders. We're gonna go for a shoulder stand for a couple of breaths. You can stay here as long as you want. This is very nice. Feels very good. It's very healthy for your body. And then slowly bring your feet behind you and keep your hips in line with your shoulders. If your feet arrive to the floor, interlace your fingers and push down with your hands, palms together if you can. If you're comfortable here, place the top of your feet on the mat and keep lengthening the spine. Slowly bring your back on the mat and try to bring your thighs closer to your body as much as you can. Slowly go down. Here, bring the entire back on the mat from your sitting bones to the shoulders. Hook your big toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Push down with the entire back, so don't come up with the lower back. Exhale, bring your thighs and shins towards your chest. If you can go a little bit deeper, you can grab your ankles and go slightly deeper into the pose. I really like this variation. Is a Supta Paschimottanasana because it's the same of Paschimottanasana, but here we can't really carve our back if we're staying down with the entire back, so we are like naturally correcting what we usually tend to do in a normal Paschimottanasana, which is rounding our back and trying to bring our forehead to shins before that our belly touches the sides. Bend your knees, hug your knees, keep pushing down with your entire back, and rock a little bit from side to side. Go for a gentle twist. First side, relax your back. And second side. Come back to center. Lay down on the mat. Bring your toes out, your palms facing the sky. Close your eyes, relax your entire body, your breath. and stay here for as long as you need to. And enjoy the benefits of the practice and try to really feel the effect of the practice on your body, of the breath, on your mind. Forward folds are a really great way to calm down, to release from stress. It's a great practice to do in the evening, for example, before bed. Bring your attention to your breath and just breathe in and out for as long as you need to. Thank you for joining me on the mat today, and thank you for letting me guiding you through this practice. I hope you enjoyed, and see you soon. Namaste.